The karma of empire, how U.S. foreign policy divided the world almost in itself. Once upon a time, the United States of America was the great beacon of hope, the land of the free, the shining city on a hill. But today, that light is flickering. The streets are divided, red versus blue. The discourse is angry, the tolerance gone, the unity a memory. And if you look back, way back, maybe this isn't just a political problem, maybe it's karma, empire karma. First, the power that divides. Let's get real. The United States didn't just become a superpower by staying in its lane. It spread influence across continents, politically, militarily, economically. Sometimes in the name of freedom, democracy, or human rights. Other times in the name of power, resources, and control. In Korea, a country with a long shared history was split, north and south, not because its people wanted division, but because Cold War politics demanded it. The U.S. propped up one side, the Soviet Union backed the other. And decades later, Korea remains divided, families split, peace elusive. In Taiwan, a complex civil war was turned into a geopolitical pawn game. U.S. backing of the Republic of China on Taiwan, while opposing the communist mainland, cemented a split that remains unresolved. Every visit, every arms deal, every statement inflames tension across the Taiwan Strait. In Vietnam, the U.S. escalated a civil conflict, turning it into a full-blown war. Millions dead, an entire region traumatized. Why? To contain communism, but in reality, to maintain dominance. In the Middle East, borders drawn by colonists were enforced and manipulated by American foreign policy. Regimes were installed, overthrown, armed, or sanctioned, all depending on how useful they were to U.S. interests. Iran, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Libya. In all these places, the theme was the same. Support one side, undermine the other, create allies, manufacture enemies, and divide. Second, the doctrine of intervention. From the Monroe Doctrine to the Bush Doctrine, the United States made it clear the world was its business. Intervention became the norm, justified by slogans like protecting democracy, fighting terrorism, saving the free world. But let's call it what it really was, control. In the name of stopping socialism or protecting business interests, the U.S. overthrew democratically elected governments. In Chile, Salvador Allende was ousted. The U.S. supported Pinochet, a brutal dictator. In Iran, the CIA helped depose Mohammad Mossadegh because he nationalized oil. What followed? Decades of repression and eventual revolution. In Guatemala, Congo, Indonesia, the pattern repeated. Divide, replace, control, exploit. Third, empire turned inward. So what happens when a nation that thrives on division abroad starts turning that logic inward? Look around. The United States isn't united. It's fractured. Political gridlock, culture wars, race riots, misinformation campaigns, mass shootings, collapsing trust in media, government, even science. Red states versus blue states, urban versus rural, white collar versus working class, progressives versus conservatives. The same energy America used to divide the world has now come home. And the irony? Some of the very tactics once used to destabilize foreign countries, disinformation, polarization, fear-mongering, are now commonplace in America's own political system. Once America exported division, now it imports chaos. Fourth, the karma of power. History has a funny way of circling back. You can't plant seeds of division all over the globe and expect peace to bloom at home. It doesn't work that way. The empire that divided nations for strategic gain is now divided. Emotionally, ideologically, spiritually. This isn't just politics. It's karma. What goes around, comes around. Fifth, the Asian contrast. Now let's turn our gaze to the East. Asia, vast, diverse, once carved up and exploited by foreign powers, is finding unity. From the bustling metropolises of Singapore and Tokyo to the cultural kaleidoscopes of Malaysia and India, there's a trend: coexistence. Ethnic Chinese, Malays, Indians, Eurasians, Arabs, all living together in peace. Buddhists, Muslims, Christians, Hindus, sharing neighborhoods, markets, and futures. Old traditions meet modern innovation without conflict. Are there challenges? Of course, but the effort is toward coexistence, not conquest. While America debates bathroom laws, Asia builds megacities and bullet trains. While U.S. campuses erupt in ideological wars, Asian nations focus on economic cooperation, education, and development. It's not perfect, but it's progress. Sixth, reflections and reckonings. So here we are, America, divided not by accident, but by design. The same design it imposed on others for decades. The foreign policies once used to destabilize others have come home to destabilize itself. There is no tolerance, no shared truth, no common ground. And the most sobering part? It's unclear if there's a way back. Empires don't fall in a day. They fall in pieces. And the cracks in America are no longer beneath the surface. They're wide open. Seventh, a future unknown. This isn't a hit piece. It's a wake-up call. Because when the empire loses sight of its soul, when power is more important than principle, when division is weaponized for profit, eventually, even the mightiest will crumble. The lesson from Asia? Harmony is possible. Coexistence isn't weakness. It's wisdom. And maybe, just maybe, if America is willing to learn from others, instead of controlling them, it might find a way to heal. But until then, the karma of empire rolls on. What goes around always comes around. If this video made you think, if it helped you see the world and your place in it a little differently, then go ahead and give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the U.S. can heal its internal divisions? What can the world learn from Asia's path forward? Is karma real when it comes to empires? Subscribe for more bold, honest, and thought-provoking stories, because history isn't just something we study, it's something we live. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay kind,